I is back home with the kitty cats. I didn't have the. It was weird. It's always weird with me, but it's like I don't know. It's like I kind of want to explain what my thought process was, but it's also kind of embarrassing. But also, I feel like if I don't say it, it'll continue. It'll repeat. But sometimes when I'm in the midst of doing something I really like to do, and in this case, it was literally just watching a movie on the plane. It was John Wick. I needed to watch the first one. I hadn't watched it in a while. But yeah, no, I was just so. I would like put weird like pressure on myself to enjoy it instead of just cat hair. Instead of just letting myself enjoy it. Look how fucking tired I am. I'm gonna get much sleep. Instead of just letting myself enjoy it, and then I would beat myself up for that, and then I would ruin the experience for me. But yet I didn't ruin the experience. I'm just convincing myself that I did. I don't know. It's a weird thought process of like, and this isn't the only instance. This is just the example because it's the most recent thing that happened to me. But it's like I come up with the thing, the what do I want to say? I labeled it in the video before called the invisible obsession, but yeah, it's always a thing that I like create. It's the worst thing if I'm watching a movie or playing a video game is when it gets to me so bad that I have to pause it for a minute and take a breath. And then I beat myself up for that because any other time I do that, it's fine. Like if I'm having a hard time and I need to stop something and breathe, I don't beat myself up for that. And yet I still do it if it's something like that. Very specifically, if it's watching something or playing a video game. I never have it with music. Music is this magic thing where whenever I listen to it, I don't have any of these issues. Right, just listen to it. In fact, a lot of the moments that helped me throughout watching the movie is when there was some really badass fucking like a really good sounding song, whatever playing the score, the fucking like Marilyn Manson song or whatever. Yeah, no, it was like fuck yeah, so it was really easy to get into it there. And I was technically into the whole movie. That's kind of the point I'm making is like I still was into it just fine. I just needed to take a minute and yet I kept beating myself up for needing to take that minute because I feel like I should be past that when doing stuff like this. Right, because it's a habit I had pre-drinking of like, watching something or when I would play something, I would get so hard on myself that doing that simple thing, I couldn't make it through it. I had to keep stopping and I couldn't shut my brain the fuck up. And, and then I spiral and then I created into this whole thing of like being like, you fucking like, you suck and, you'll never be okay and, nothing's worth it and the things that you will never truly be able to enjoy the things you love ever again. You haven't truly enjoyed it since you were fucking like 15 years old. You will never be able to again. And to some extent that's correct. I'm never gonna go backwards, like, and that's not just like going backwards in the sense of like, the really bad stuff, but even like some of the good stuff, unfortunately. I mean, obviously everyone grows up and can't go back to being a kid necessarily, but I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about this. I guess it's still talking like going back to being a kid. It was like this pureness. I mean, I wasn't exactly pure at 15 necessarily, but I was, if you think about it. Like, sure. Hell, it wasn't even a teenager. I was fucking like 7 years old when I was exposed to porn. That fucked me up. That's a whole thing we don't need to talk about right now. That fucked up my relationships greatly. That's a whole thing. Because then, if I stay off porn, oh my god, my whether it be romantic or sexual, everything's great. Also because I don't desire it as much, right? I'm very cool being alone. But the second that porn comes back into my life again, it's like this feelings of loneliness start to overcome. It's a very common thing in this generation. I'm getting way off track. But yeah, no, it's, so yeah, I'm not going to be able to go back to being that necessarily. So, and that, I think that's the thing that makes it, gives me the excuse to be so hard on myself, is because I go back, because I think, because to an extent I'm right, that I'll never be able to enjoy it the way I have in the past before all this, shit in here. But like, that's, I don't know, this is something I gotta work with, and it's not as detrimental as I'm making it out to be. And like, I still like, for instance, I quote ruin the movie watching experience for myself. Technically, in the moment, it feels like I did, but every single time, especially with a movie that good, it sticks out to me in my brain so much. As much as I was dealing with a bunch of shit in here, the movie is so good, it just like stuck in there. So clearly, there's still a side of me that's, even when I'm spiraling, is really enjoying myself. I mean, not enjoying the spiral by any means, but like enjoying. Shut the fuck up! Hi. You come up here. Yeah, but enjoying the thing I was trying to enjoy. And really, it's as simple as, of course, just letting myself enjoy it. And not even just letting myself enjoy it, just really, and hell, this is what I talked about in my last therapy session before I left Sober Living. It's about waves. It's going to keep happening. Those really bad things are, and this is the terrifying thing, but also the thing that could really help, is they're never going to go away. Your traumas are not your fault, but unfortunately, they're your responsibility. And not so much as like, oh, they're never going to go away, and that's bad. I mean, I'm going way off track about the responsibility part. I mean, yeah, I mean that obviously it's like, it's the bottom line that sucks, and you're the one that's got to deal with like figuring out how to live with it, or deal with, because you can deal with a lot. You'll never be rid of all of it. You can be rid of a lot of it, but the stuff that you can't really get rid of, yeah, it sucks that you can't, but you just got to work around it, and it's just about, how much experience you have with it, because as hard as it still can be for me, it's been easier over time because I've had a lot of time to soak in that bullshit over and over again. I've hit myself in the face. I literally exhausted. It doesn't feel like it now because like my brain's starting to go back and create new reasons, like when I was watching that movie on the airplane. But like, dude, I've exhausted every single possible angle that I could ruin my own shit, either in my head or in reality. Like, I completely destroyed, I mean, not completely destroyed my life, really. There are people that went through a lot worse, but I destroyed it the most I'm ever going to. I'm not going to say it's the most it's ever going to be destroyed, because someone else or something else can come through and tear. I'm not focused on that. Things that are out of control, they're out of your control, which is another thing I've needed to learn through this whole process. But like, I mean, it's the thing every addict needs to learn. But yeah, as far as what I could do to myself, I've really exhausted everything. I really can't get any lower than I have in the past. It's impossible. It is literally impossible, right? So that's the thing I need to remind myself, is because I made it feel so real today, but I've done that so many fucking times, right? It had gotten to the point is where I'm going full circle, where I'm going all the way back to how it felt when I first really started going through this shit when I was like 16 or 17. That's how far it had to go back to make it feel real again, and because I've truly exhausted everything. Every possible way I can make this bad for myself. So there's some comfort in that, but there's also the constant needing to remind myself of that. So yeah. So I mean, I guess this helped more than I thought it was going to. You know, I was like, I don't want to film another fucking vlog and have people deal with my shit. But like, you know, there you go. You know, it's what I went through. I processed it in real time. I definitely did. I don't know if I said everything I was thinking here, but definitely as I was saying it, I was having great realizations about everything. So I feel better. The fucking dude down there. Hi. What you doing? What you doing? Wanna come here? Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh. Come here. Come here. Come here. You're not coming. Anywho, yeah. Yeah. This fucking raggy old thing. It's like my favorite fucking sweatshirt too, and that shit happens. Actually, no, I actually have a new sweatshirt I like better. Never mind, it's not my favorite sweatshirt anymore. It was, so I'm still a little upset about it, but whatever. It's my trash shirt. Is the one where I don't feel like dressing up. It's just like just throw this shit on. Anywho, that's it for now. The Keys fighting, play fighting. They're not actually fighting. I gotta go cuddle them. They keep screaming at me, wanting me to pay attention to them. They're weird, you know. Some, I mean, not us. Actually, most cats don't. But like Alexis's cats at the fucking Sober Living, they would come to me. Clyde comes to me plenty, but like sometimes he doesn't feel like it. It's not like he doesn't want my attention, but like he specifically needs me to follow him to a specific spot to pet him. All right, yeah. Callie's kind of the same way. Not as strict with his little schedule as Clyde is. As strict with her schedule as Clyde is. Clyde's the boy, Callie's girl. Callie is not as strict with her little schedule she has as Clyde is. Clyde is very like... yeah. Anywho, yeah. That's about it for now. Room is very messy. Hello. Hello. Give me a head nudge. Not on camera, huh? He's super cuddly. I think you can hear him purring. Yeah. Hi. Yeah. He's not doing it as aggressively right now, but likes to nudge people's heads. Callie hates people's face in her face. He loves it though. Did you see yourself? Oh my God. What is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? That's you. That's you. Get it? Hey. 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 There you go. Thank you. Sometimes he's really aggressive with it. Actually, most of the time he's pretty aggressive with it. At least when he's standing up. When he's laying down, he's a little gentler. Oh. He's about to turn it off. Hi. Yeah. Hi. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I didn't really get that. Didn't get that on camera. Butthole. Yeah. He's a good boy. Nope. Come here. Hey. Hey. Come here. Come here. There you go. There you go. He's just a good boy. Good boy. Say hi. He's been super cuddly too, but he's probably not gonna do it now that she's on camera.
Oh, yep. See? Little shit.